Hey guys, welcome to Emergence. I'm Laura, your host. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the mission behind Emergence and the why, and also a bit of background on me. Uh, I kind of created Emergence for a younger version of myself who was super anxious, very, very hard on herself, and also just very chaotic in how she was approaching her career in fitness. And I got very sick and had a lot of health issues because I didn't understand the importance of taking care of myself. And it's pretty simple, but as fitness instructors, I think we really prioritize our clients and we have a hard time making time for ourselves, but actually does us a disservice when we're not taking care of ourselves because we aren't able to show up as the best versions of ourselves. And also, because of that, we're not able to give our clients the best versions of ourselves, which means we might not be able to make the best exercise choices for them. We might not be able to give them enough energy to sort of inspire them and help them to get through the workout sessions with us. Or we might not be able to fully be present and read the client that's in front of us and sort of be able to pick up on their emotions and tailor that session to the body in front of us. So, Emergence is a series of conversations with experts within the fitness industry who really have such a wealth of knowledge um, on all different kinds of topics and all different kinds of modalities of movement who really share their stories and their trials and tribulations with us so we can kind of learn through them how what not to do and what to do, or maybe what worked for them doesn't mean it will work for you, but it might give you some information and inform how you think about your career and how you want to move forward within the fitness industry. Emergence kind of mission is to really connect, empower, and support you guys as you navigate the unpredictableness of the fitness industry. And I really want it to be a space where you can come and feel like you're not alone and that there's a community of people also going through the same things as you and having the same kind of conversations and kind of working through these issues together and helping you to sort of pick up on things that professionals and experts face every day and implement some of the techniques and tools they talk about into your own daily life and help you better achieve your goals within the fitness industry. So, the why and kind of why I built Emergence is because as a young Pilates instructor starting out in New York City, I really struggled to take care of myself. And I was very young, and a lot of us start in fitness and we're super young and we barely even know ourselves. And I came from a background as a professional ballet dancer. I had a lot of eating disorders. I was very insecure. I didn't really have a compass or a guide to really who I was and what my values were, and kind of any real direction other than I knew that I was always really passionate of it about movement and teaching others how to move and really uplifting and supporting people. And because there were so many kind of pieces that I was kind of unsure about and kind of sporadic, kind of different interests, and also just no real framework or direction, I really struggled to find peace within the fitness industry and kind of peace within myself, which made it really, really difficult for me to thrive. I was working and I was definitely surviving, but I don't think that survival mode is a sustainable way in any career, but specifically within the fitness career, the fitness industry. And because of that, I really didn't have any systems in place to help me mitigate the stress that was external, like clients maybe not continuing on with you or getting sick or not fueling myself correctly throughout the day, over exercising, under exercising, not sleeping enough, self sabotaging myself, staying out way too late, having no boundaries, and all these things compounding made it really, really difficult to thrive. And it wasn't until recently that I really found that when I implemented specific systems into my daily life and really I was able to find peace within myself and really be able to be present and enjoy the experience of being in this industry and enjoy the experience of just living life to its fullest and being able to show up to my clients in a healthy and happy manner and able to really be present for them and hold space and listen to them and give them my best. And I'm not saying every day is perfect, and some days are hard, and life happens and shit happens, but it gave me the ability to better navigate and manage my emotions. So when dealing with different clients and different external factors that I couldn't control, I was able to better handle that stress because I had already implemented systems in my control to help me stay more grounded, such as hiring my own coaches to help support me, meal prepping so I was properly fueled throughout the day, scheduling and workout sessions so I had my own daily practice, having a daily walk. I really recommend trying to get 20 to 30 minutes in of walking every day. It's changed my mental health immensely. um, Find a mentor, find a workout buddy, or for me, I have a therapist and I have really kind of worked on my mental health to help me kind of manage my emotions and kind of be able to look at things objectively, look at myself objectively, and really be able to take feedback and criticism in a way that actually helps me grow to be a better coach and a better person. And so these kind of control factors and also finance. I have financial advisors because for me, I get very stressed about financial matters and really want that to be kind of automated and systematic that I don't have to think about it, but I'm still planning for the future. So things like that and knowing how much I'm bringing in every month and knowing how much is going out, saving for when I get sick. I have a sick fund, so things like that, kind of implementing those control factors really help me handle the external stress of, like getting sick, um, slow seasons within the industry because I can plan for those slow seasons. So that is kind of the point of emergence, is kind of helping you guys start to think about your businesses. Everybody's at a different spot in their life, but kind of to help you pinpoint and kind of navigate your life within fitness so you don't feel like you just are surviving all the time, that you have some sense of balance and peace within your life, some kind of structure within such an unstructured career and field that gives you that groundedness so you can really be the best coach, dive into educating yourself deeper on the movement modalities that you're really interested in, and give you that sense of ease when it comes to navigating the day to day. So this platform is really built for my younger self and anybody who's listening who might feel like any of this resonates with you. This is for you guys, and I want to feel help you guys and make you feel supported and help give you as many tools and some ways to think and question and think about your life and think about how you want to move the needle best in the direction and what steps you need to move that needle in order to get to where you want to be, because honestly, like, limitless in this industry, but it can be extremely overwhelming and kind of, you can get kind of lost and overworked and burnt out, and then you kind of lose the joy in why you started this career in the first place. So, a little bit about me going into my background a bit more, I come from a classical ballet background. I trained at the School of American Ballet in New York City. I moved away at the age of 14 and really dove deep into my ballet training in a very rigorous, competitive, and very harsh uh, environment to be in as a 14-year-old. And it really shaped my work ethic in very, very good ways, positive ways, but also in not so healthy ways. And I know a lot of you guys listening are ex athletes, dancers, maybe actors, singers. You are just really dedicated students, just people who are very, I know you guys are interested and really dedicated to your craft. And because of that, I know we can all be extremely difficult on ourselves. And it's hard to give ourselves self compassion. And sometimes feels like if we're not busy every single second of the day and not giving our all or running around the city like a crazy person, trying to book ourselves crazy, that we're not succeeding. And through a lot of errors, I found that that is definitely not the way to do it. And you will burn out extremely fast and start to resent your clients or start to just really be unhappy in this industry. And it's not a fun way to survive or live. Um, so I danced at the School American Ballet, and then I danced professionally with Pacific Northwest Ballet and Kansas City Ballet. And then my contract as an apprentice at Kansas City Ballet was not renewed. And that was kind of one of the hardest moments of my life in terms of me kind of coming to the realization that I spent 20 years training to be a professional ballet dancer and gave everything I had to it. And it all kind of crumbled and fell apart. And I had no backup plan. And I was young, and it's really hard and scary to rebuild. But also, I'm so grateful for that moment because it really taught me the importance of facing adversity young and being adaptable and looking at things and taking past experiences and using them to your advantage rather than in a negative context. I mean, I didn't think about it like that back then. I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Um, and I moved back home and I decided that I couldn't live with my parents because I had been living away for so long. So I went back to New York City while I was applying for colleges and worked in 3 restaurants, hustled a lot, kind of trying to figure out what I was passionate to get about and who I was. And something that was always with me is I loved movement. I would always work out. It was my safe space. It always gave me a sense of groundingness. And then I attended the new school in New York City and studied sociology, gender studies, and philosophy because I've always been interested in people and the why behind why humans behave specifically and patterns and recognizing uh, why society is the way it is. And through that, I kind of realized being in school that I didn't want a desk job. So I got my classical Pilates certification through Bonnie Todic Gymnasium with Jennifer DeLuca. And that was really nice and really rigorous and kind of brought up a lot of weird stuff surrounding ballet and that rigor and kind of like dogmatic discipline, which I go back and forth about because I think discipline is extremely important and understanding the foundation of any methodology, movement, music, art is the basis to expression. And, I say this with a lot of different teachers, but it's like learn the rules to break the rules. And to really respect where something came from is super important to me. But that dogmatic rigidity kind of can also be constraining. So I did classical Pilates, got my certification post grad, got a job at Equinox teaching group classes, and private lessons. And I was working 40 hours a week, 7 days a week, grinding my ass off, really no work life balance. I wouldn't really fuel my body correctly. I would wake up, drink coffee, not really eat breakfast, and just go, 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 go all day. I was living on extremes of overworking out, not working out, falling off the horse completely. And that was just really not a sustainable way of being living in general, but specifically living in the fitness industry. You guys know it's like a lot of energy. You're like an energy dealer. You're like giving energy every second of the day. And I just felt like I was always buzzing and just always bloated. My weight fluctuated all the time. I was probably the unhealthiest I've been in years. And I unfortunately came to a breaking point where my body was like, Laura, you need to stop and reevaluate. And my body gets psychosymptomatic responses. And I have alopecia, which is an autoimmune issue. And my hair dramatically started falling out. It was incredibly thin. I had huge bald spots on the top of my head and hormonal acne. My face was swollen. My body was just always bloated, and I was really uncomfortable in my skin and really felt a lot of shame being a fitness instructor and not really feeling like I embodied that and owned that space. And it was really difficult to show up for my clients who looked up to me, and I was supposed to be like a representation of health, and I was the complete opposite of that. And I really realized in that moment that I needed to change a lot of things and that my body was telling me something and it was kind of time to listen, and that I just couldn't understand that this could not be the only way to survive in fitness. Like there had to be a sustainable way. This couldn't be the only way. And it was because I didn't have systems implemented. I wasn't really sure. I didn't have my finances organized. I wasn't thinking about proper nutrition. I there wasn't any structure to my workouts. I was just kind of doing random things. And because of that, I kind of dove really deep into the past like 5-ish years about really finding balance within myself and trying to kind of create that equilibrium of work life balance and really taking care of myself first so I could best show up for my clients. And not only did that increase my ability to connect with my clients, grow my business exponentially, but it also really helped me build better relationships outside of fitness and connect on a deeper level with my friends and really be able to enjoy life on a more in depth and kind of aliveness way in terms of really being able to be present and be in each moment, not just kind of observing yourself from the outside where you're so burnt out that you kind of just show up and you're like watching your body like it's a movie and going through the motions. And that can be really, really scary and kind of a hard way to live. And I don't want that for anybody. And it's not a fun way to show up. I currently work at Paradigm Studio on the Upper East Side, and I work with Katie Yip, who is the studio owner, my mentor, and a friend. And I met her through while working at Equinox still because I was really in search of a mentor. I was really lost in my classical Pilates. I was feeling kind of discouraged, defeated, and also kind of bored. And Katie is such a powerhouse and such a leader. And she really showed me the importance of deepening the understanding in the method and being able to question the why behind your exercise choices, being able to question her, being able to question yourself, being wrong, asking a question and it being okay to be wrong, but having that starting to sharpen and change your mind and start to think about the exercises, not just in just going through the motions, but the reasoning behind it. And like, why do I give this client this exercise? And how does it help them progress to the next exercise? Or why don't I give this client this exercise? And maybe they're not ready for it, but what is the through way to get them there? Or this person has scoliosis, or this person has a broken hip, but I can still use the framework and the order of the classical Pilates system to get them to where they need to go. And just all these sort of new ways of thinking about the method and really diving into the curiosity and the educating myself more and developing my skill set and kind of eye at looking at bodies within the classical Pilates framework really started to reignite that interest and fire in me about why I got into fitness. And it just made it so much more fun because it wasn't just showing up to work. Our job is not to clock in, clock out, you know? It's very interactive. It's like a puzzle each day. Your client is in a different mood. You're in a different mood. Their body requires specific different things every day, and they're in a different mood. And it's up to you to create a framework and an exercise plan that best suits them and gets them to their goals. You know, of course, you're doing the same exercises each week and progressing them because, that's how you see the progress. But it's really up to you to be able to read that client. And I found that when I'm more balanced and grounded in myself and have my control factors, that I am really able to kind of objectively remove myself, whatever is going on in my life, because Lord knows shit happens for us all. And, we're all going through our own personal issues and have our own demons and stuff. But you're able to really separate that and deal with your client because that's their 50, 45 minute session. And you're able to really show up for them and give them what they need because I know I'm super passionate about supporting them and making them feel their best. And when I feel good and I feel like I have my workout in and I'm not hangry, I'm not over caffeinated, I'm hydrated, that I can really be there for them and make the best exercise choices for them. And even if I make mistakes, though, I'm not perfect. I don't always make the right choices, but I can really show up and give them my best and really be present for them and help to give them the best session possible. And that's really what I want for you guys. I want you guys to feel your best. This is really about you. And it seems stupid and the concept is simple, but it's put on your own oxygen mask before you put on the person next to you, right? So that's really the basis behind emergence and the importance of really being able to manage your own stress, manage your own emotions, and implement different systems and tools into your life to help you best succeed against all the things that are out of our control. And I realize that we're all at different stages in our life. Some of people are just beginning their careers. Some people are, 5, 6 years in, you're a little more established, but you're kind of confused and trying to think, where am I going next in this career? Or you're really established and you have an amazing client base and you just want to kind of hear about upcoming talent or just be part of the conversation and hear incredible experts who have really amazing insight and very different stories and different ways of finding peace and equilibrium within their own lives. So, I really am so excited for you guys to tune in and learn with me because I really have so much to learn. And selfishly, I want to build this because I really love learning from people who are in spaces or rooms or places that I want to be in one day. And just the kindness and openness and vulnerability, and also just the generosity of these people to share their stories and to take time out of their busy schedules to share this information is not only really inspiring, but just shows how much this community is here to support each other. And what's something that's very kind of a connective through line through all these different conversations I had is the importance of education and curiosity, not only in fitness, but within your life. And you can see how much joy and how passionate these instructors and teachers are about what they do and how they really, really, really care about their clients. And they care about helping them excel and succeed and be the best they can be. And they're able to do that because they do the same for themselves. They make time for themselves. They are disciplined in their non negotiables and control factors. And everybody is a little bit different because everybody, you guys are all different and you have different priorities, and that's okay. And that's the kind of cool part about Emergence is all these stories and these different teachers, you're going to get to hear things maybe you that resonate with you, maybe they don't. Maybe you like certain things, maybe you don't. But the cool part is it's a puzzle, it's like a jigsaw. I want you to take pieces that you feel work for you and piece of it of advice and tools and techniques that you can start to implement in your life, or just hear something that somebody says that you might not agree with, and that's okay, or that I say that you might not agree with, and that's okay. But maybe it makes you think deeper about getting closer to something that aligns with you and that is more alignment with your core values and your goals. And this is what it's really for. It's to help you guys feel the best you can and to really live a life that excites you and supports you and helps you to be the best coach you can be. And I want you guys to feel supported and know that I have your back. And this is really for you and my younger self and me right now, because I know that we all need support because you guys show up for your clients and you do your best every single day. And this is just a tool. And I don't know, maybe something to give you a little bit more inspiration that even though this career takes an incredible amount of hustle and work ethic, you can still have fun, and it's incredibly rewarding, and it's not all flowers and sunshine, but with the correct strategy and the correct systems in place, it can be so much more enjoyable, and you can really enjoy the journey of wherever you want to go here because it's limitless and the possibilities are endless. And I want you guys to feel that excitement and curiosity and feel alive. And that's what this is for. Emergence means to bring to light. And what bring to light is I want you guys to come and into your light and really better understand yourselves, your goals, who you are, what you value. And that way you're better able to show up to your clients and attract the clients you want to work with, feel the best. And it just really is like a full circle and it all comes back to you. So this is for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait for you to follow along for the rest of Emergence. So thanks so much. Bye.